Yeah. Mr. Boom, boom, boom. Look, have you been on TikTok lately? Instagram? Any social media posts? Y'all know this boy, Mr. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Hey, Baton Rouge on HD for President, you heard me. Let's get this man his props. His song is going viral. Got everybody bouncing in that mode. Well, HD for President is really a Boosie badass artist. He's a part of Boosie's management company. And they really about to just take the game to another level. For dance music especially, you know. That Baton Rouge Jigger City is Mr. Boom, boom, boom. You see what I'm saying? So, some other good news here is that Motown revealed they signed your boy. And on his Instagram, HD for President is now a Motown recording artist. What you mean you ain't see the TikTok? I know better. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, shout out to HD for President. Baton Rouge on, you heard me. Doing this thing.
If she throw it on me, I'ma throw it back. Since I in the pack, is you rolling it?
Yeah, alright, welcome to the show. Yeah, we represent for Louisiana on this show, you see what I'm saying? So we letting you know about the latest little news, gossip, anything that pertains to Louisiana is up first. And then we, you know, got to talk about whatever's happening in the nation. Let me see who I got on here today. Yo.
Yo, dreadheaded tatted.
All right.
This is Money Bag from BR, not the one from Memphis.
That's what's up. Okay, let me see what else we got in here. Let me see. What up?
What's up, everybody? What up, Dre? What up, Rush?
What up, G?
Chilling. Getting ready to start this night.
All right, let me see what else we got up in here. Whoa. What's good?
What it do?
Yeah, okay. You can hear us. We live. Yeah, y'all checked out HD for President. Y'all know about that boy. I know everybody knows
Yeah.
Yeah, so he signed with Motown now. So
yeah, he just signed with Motown a couple of days ago. Then the boy got that blue check now on Instagram.
Oh,
got a blue check. Oh yeah, he's official. Yeah.
He said his price is going up now.
Oh yeah, the price is going up for sure. HD for check. Yeah, I love that. So what's been going on in the? Let me see what else we got in here. Get some. Let's see, we got anybody on here waiting. Let me see. We're gonna get ready to get into it. I see we got Betty on here.
Hey everybody.
What's going on, Betty? And we got Tay.
Not much.
What up, Tay?
What up, y'all?
Nothing.
Let me see. Oh, what's up, Jake?
What up, Jazzy?
The whole clique here today, huh?
The whole clique on
everybody in here. Boom.
Yeah. So yeah, well, we was about to get into a little bit of some sports news and little sports action, you know. I got my Saints jersey on, so let's go ahead on and talk about your boy. Did y'all anybody know about Sean Payton supposedly got married on June the 18th? Y'all heard that?
Yeah, I heard they got married to a little youngin. Well, when I say youngin, she's over age, but you know, way younger than her. Than him.
Yeah, I think Sports Illustrated covered it. I mean, it's her right here. She looks age appropriate to me. What's the problem? What's the big fuss? I don't understand. Well, her name is Skyline, so yeah. I guess that tells it right there.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Right.
Yeah, her name ought to be Yeah, Deborah said Skyline.
Yeah. When you got the money like that, you could do that.
I mean that
They
they
don't
need
care
to,
how old you.
huh?
I said they don't care how old you is when you got the money like that.
Look, she was a beauty queen. She was a beauty queen. That said it all right there. That said it all. I ain't mad at him. Let him get his groove back. Maybe we start winning.
Look, that boy, Alvin Kamara, he had, I think he was like some other kind of little sports, NASCAR, something he did with some other kind of little sports, and he had tagged them. He
Mm.
had tagged the coach, and the coach said, be safe or something, but let me enjoy my honeymoon. And
Oh,
Alvin Kamara was like, all right, gangster, I got you. It
you see what I'm
was
saying?
kind of funny. Yeah, he had that honeymoon and stuff.
Yeah,
His wife was the 2008 Miss West Virginia.
yeah. That's what they had up here. They had that. She was beauty queen. I said beauty queen because I just kind of glossed through the little pictures, but let me see if I can find it. Yeah. And what West Virginia? You think that's where she from? No, what's that? The Vols? He done got him one.
For real.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tennessee.
that's a little cake there.
Yeah, that's that little cake. I had the little thing of it, but I don't know. I can't. I got to get better at putting it back up. Yeah, we had showed that she was a little beauty queen. Yeah, but anyway, I ain't mad at him. Let me see what else we got going on in sports. Yo, now come on, now we can't talk about Baton Rouge sports without talking about your girl who just I think she just qualified right to go to the Olympics. She's from LSU. Her name is Sha'Carri Richardson, but her official, she got her check too, Marla. Look, she went to LSU. You see what I'm saying? She from Dallas, but she went to LSU, and she running shit in like 10.78 seconds or something. Something just retarded. And
Joe, is she a little bit of Gail Divas?
Yeah.
Maybe. Some people have drawn that comparison, but she is 100% Sha'Carri Richardson, and she wants everybody to know her name.
The wind has died down. It's likely to be legally, so whatever that clock says is going to count.
She ran a 10.64, wind aided in the semi. Who's going to Tokyo? We're about to find out. Women's 100 is underway. JVN Oliver, a fantastic start. She's putting the pressure on Richardson. Here comes Sha'Carri. Richardson's going to Tokyo, 10.87.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, so that's Sha'Carri, my fault. Carri. She go by Carri. What y'all know about her?
I don't know anything about it, but I did, recently, heard about her when she was going to Tokyo, and then she went to LSU. So I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, she was real. She was real emotional on her win that day. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, she seemed to be a nice little all-around girl. I think, they're gonna be a lot of haters out there, but she got to hold her head up, and she's super cute. She keep running. I'm proud of her, so I wanted us to give her a little spotlight.
I heard she had a girlfriend too. I'm not sure how true that was, but she, I guess, shot out her girlfriend, or kissed her girlfriend or something during an Olympic trial, something like that.
Oh,
So
really?
that's what I say, that's what I read. It didn't seem like a false, page or whatever.
Yeah, I think I saw. I thought I had a little video,
And she had a little rainbow thing or something on her that she had posted on Twitter or something like that.
like a ring. I know I saw. I had let me see if I can get her goat. Like she got a different Instagram, and let me see if I can get this up.
Yeah, she was real emotional.
Hmm. Yeah, well, see on this post, if y'all go to her fan page, she got a fan page. People was talking about see how she got a regular hair color and everything. I guess people must have been talking about all her hair color and all of that. So she made a post about how, don't none of that matter. You see what I'm saying? When she come through, she bring her talent to the table. Don't worry about her nails. Don't worry about her lashes. Don't worry about what color her hair is. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about none of that. None of that got nothing to do with her running and whipping them chicks' ass. You see what I'm saying? And I feel it. You see what I'm saying? She free to be her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, the top 3 girls from LSU made it to go to Tokyo to the Olympics. Yeah, well, that's the same one, but it was 3 of them that made it from LSU.
What's up with the ladies? They super quiet tonight. What's going on? Y'all had nothing to say about Sean Payton getting married or nothing? Jonica, you on there? I want to say your name. Sorry. She's not even on here. She dropped out. All right, let me see. Let's be talking about sports. Oh well, did y'all see there was a post by I think I was on the Baltimore Ravens website, and they had on there this guy Nassib. No, it's not Nassib. It's Nassib, I think. And they're calling him the first out NFL football player.
Yeah, they made a mistake and said he was the first actively gay something on CNN.
Oh, there's other gay football active NFL players.
Well, they said he was actively gay, so it was
Right.
just the wording of how they said it. Just actively gay. Who's actively gay? But they were trying to say he's actively playing player, but they said actively gay. So they said that the person that put that graphic up probably was fired. It was just
I
on
know.
the wording of it.
I think he played for the Raiders, and they said like his in support of him for coming out, his jersey sale has skyrocketed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's always good, man. But there are other players that I think he's the only active one at the time. But there was one that was active at that time when he came out. He was just starting. He was a rookie at the time. And he came out as gay too. Now he came out after his rookie after he was drafted. And I'm not sure if that hurt him or what, but I haven't seen nothing else of him since.
Yeah.
Let's see if I see his name. And right now they got old boy Carl taking over Michael Sam. Y'all remember him?
I don't remember him.
Yeah, Michael Sam. He came out. That was his name. And he was actually the first one to come out as gay. Black guy. He played in college for Missouri. and he was drafted at the time, but I don't think it went anywhere after that. He was drafted by the Rams, but after that, that was it. I don't know if that. Well, I'm sure it hurt him. I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
I heard.
And it's probably so many of them where they're afraid to come out, you know, thinking that it's going to impact their career.
Yeah.
I heard there was a lot of them that came out, but they waited till they retired. Like they kept it a secret until they, no longer played anymore. But the dude Nasib, I think he donated like $100,000 to LGBT Pride. It's like a suicide prevention for LGBTQ youth. He donated $100,000 to it.
Yeah, I think it was like the Trevor Foundation or something like that. Yeah. So that's what's up. And I like that he said, like, when I watched this post, y'all check his post out on Instagram. Like, when I watched this post, he was talking about, he gonna make the video. It's not a big deal to him. But he can't wait for there to be a day when he don't have to make, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to make coming out videos, right? But since that's what we are right now, Saturday, then, he gonna make the video.
Yeah, I heard that. He said, that it has to come out as that, as a post. But that's just where we are right now.
That's where we're
to make it easier for, people coming out and telling a story to where, it shouldn't be, like that. You should be happy as who you are. You shouldn't have to come out and say, "Oh, I'm gay."
Right. Agreed. I mean, it's nobody's business. What difference does it make? And what, you trying to date me? That I need to let you know what's up?
It's like if you don't, then you're hiding something, and you secretly doing it, and this and that.
Right.
So it's the let's say catch-22, I guess, but like it's frowned upon if you don't.
Right.
And then it's frowned upon by heterosexual people who have nothing to do with, that shouldn't have anything to do with homosexuality. That should be between you and your partner. No one comes out as straight. But I know there was another topic on y'all that did you all see the boxer boxer that he won a title. Well, he won a title. He was a transgender male boxer, and he actually fought a guy and won. And there's a lot of controversy with that, with with the girls, transgender females running tracks. So they're saying that being that they are technically men in the prime of their testosterone and this and that's why they're winning the races and stuff, pretty much. So with that, they are they're just saying that it shouldn't be, that they shouldn't be able to race against young girls of their age group when guys' testosterone is so much stronger, and girls don't stand a chance.
Man, let's stop there right here. Hold on.
Huh?
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't feel like they should be able to race with against females.
What'd you say, T?
And I say I don't feel like it's fair. I don't feel like they should be able to race against females because I mean, which is true. It's a testosterone. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it's just female, so it's really not an actual. It's not a fair challenge. And as far as the football player, I feel like it was all a reason behind that. By him donating that money, I feel like he had to come out because you think about it, when it comes down to the come down, and they say, you know what I'm saying, they get that he donated $100,000 to the LGBT community, they're gonna want to know why, and then there's gonna be speculation. So it's like he ain't had no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, come out with it. But I do also remember the football player that you're talking about that came out a while back, and it's like you ain't hear nothing else about him since.
Michael Sam, yeah. That's it, T.
Right, right.
Yeah, he had nothing
Yeah,
else
yeah,
about
yeah,
him.
yeah. Right. So you know what I'm saying, and but you got to look at it too. Probably in the NFL, it's frowned upon. You know what I'm saying, and they can't either. Some more to show its stipulations with the contracts because then you got to think of it too. There's a lot of stuff they might be hard for them to get endorsement deals and stuff like that. So yeah, everything probably play a part in all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel some people say the girls gotta work harder to keep up with the with the transgender females that's running the race.
Yeah.
Now, some people say they'll never be able to run as fast as a male. You know what I'm saying? An actual male. They won't be able to. But if there's a female, on the other hand, that has transgendered into male, and she was able to beat an actual male, how y'all feel about that?
Wait, how?
I
Me,
mean, I
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I feel it's unfair too. I agree with Tay when she said that, and I mean, if you make that legal, you might as well make steroids legal because when people are putting that's why steroids are legal now. So if you're gonna let transgender run with, female transgender men run with females and vice versa, you might as well let these players go ahead and use steroids because they are doing the same thing. So you altering the chemistry, and it's not fair. Which is, I think, now that the transgender population is becoming so popular, someone needs to create like a league for transgender so that maybe those that want to play sports fairly but professionally, I just don't think it's fair on either end.
Yeah.
Right? You think about it. You ever seen a male fight a female before? I mean, a female that don't really. I mean, a female. Unless you got a female that's a dog, you know what I'm saying, with them hands, and she a beast. I mean, like it's really it's no competition. You know what I'm saying? It's no competition. It's
Yeah.
it's unfair. But I mean, okay, I don't even want to use that word because then I don't want nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean, I'm more sure you done seen. Oh shit! A gay male fight a female, a stud, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you done
Yeah.
seen the, you know what I'm saying? You done saw the outcome. Unless there's a stud that, you know what I'm saying? She about her business and she you know what I'm saying? She could stand up and handle her business and she got a set of hands with her in some win. I mean, like, think about it.
Yeah.
Hey, but Shantae, G told me about Patricio Manuel. What about that, G? That's a female that was beating men, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this is a female, and she actually fought an actual male and won. But, that goes back to, I believe, on like Fallon was just saying, like the steroids. You know what I'm saying? Because when they transgender, to male, I believe they inject testosterone and
They do.
you
Yeah.
know, stuff like that to enhance their the male, physicalities or whatever the word is, just enhance the more male part to grow the hair and deeper voice and this and that.
Right.
So she had I think, a upper hand in it. Now, could just a regular female go and fight, say Layla Ali or something? She might be able to hang with him, but just so I don't think she'll be able to, beat him. She is a professional boxer too. But I think they should have like separate, things for it though too. Like, but that also taps back into everyone being equal. And if, this person identifies as a female, they want to be, considered a female. End of story.
Yeah, my fault. I was trying to add myself back. But yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for a little bit of this. I like I told my daddy, I was like, just make it all like unisex or whatever. Just hey, if you bought that football life, okay, you sitting at home right now, you 12 years old or whatever, you right now, and you want to play ball with the boys, gender be down. You tough, you thugging, and you want 165, 185 silent little teenager to come tackle you, perhaps, or whatever that, hey, go for it. Go for it. You see what I'm saying? If you prepared your body and you are now an athlete of that caliber to give out punishment, take punishment, maybe you should be playing football. That's how I'm feeling. Now, all on, the locker rooms, I think it should be separate because of the sexes. That not because of the gender. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But just because of the anatomy and the requirements, things that you may need that's a little bit different. And I'm going to leave it at that. As such. But I say, whatever. And if you get beat, you get beat. So, shout out to Patricio. I didn't know about that one. I never heard of that before. I didn't know that existed. A trans male boxer in the male world and winning.
Yeah.
Okay. And won. That's what's up.
And there was a mockery of it with South Park. It's South Park always go the extra mile to avoid any controversy that's going on in America. And it was this episode, and it's imagine Macho Man Randy Savage. You know what I'm saying? And it was this theme music of strong woman. And each time, like he would it was Randy's wife that was in the picture, say the Olympics or whatever. And Macho Man Randy Savage identified as a woman. So he was, running the race with her. And pretty much he beat the hell out of every single person, including her. And, so he's like, oh, he got like a big bulge in his pants, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, oh, I identify as a woman, and you call me a woman, and and it's like, you clearly not a woman, and he like faint and all of this here, and they go and get the picket signs and all of that. But basically saying that to say, like, they compared LeBron. They said, what if LeBron said he wanted to go and he identified as a woman and he went to play in the WNBA and scored 300 points every night? You know what I'm saying? how would everyone feel about that?
Right. Well, I mean, it has to be sportsmanlike kind of.
That's what I say too. It's sports. You gotta have some type of sportsman conduct.
I agree. So with the things that they be taking, I know it changes, like, you know, some of their features and things like that. So it doesn't make them stronger.
Like the testosterone, you mean like the male transitioning? I would
Yeah.
think so. If you're taking a lot of testosterone, and in my mind, you will grow muscle faster. Scientifically, is what I'm thinking. Because men, let's just compare us all as a female is an animal, a male as an animal. You know, they tend to be more muscular, just naturally. You know what I mean? And they tend to have more testosterone than females on average. So I'm not really certain. I'm not a doctor. I'm saying no type of professional advice. It's just me thinking about it, thinking, yeah. So now they gave the chick the testosterone, as you can see in the photos, and I'm sure she works out. I think chicks can look like that anyway. Quite frankly, I go to the gym now, and I don't think some of these feminine ladies probably not taking testosterone, and they are really, really, really big and buff. So maybe it's just humans can be muscular. You know what I mean? We fall so into them gender identity and gender norms of the 18th century, you know what I mean, that we never really expressed ourselves as a female gender. We've been oppressed.
Yeah. Because as a female gender, you've been told to, oh, don't do this to a man, don't do this, and the man ain't supposed to do this, and walk away, and all of this here with boys from way down from them. You know what I'm saying? But the testosterone part, I feel like that's like protein. If you were to take protein and use that protein wisely, and not just eat it and let it store and it turn into fat. But if you use that protein to gain mass and turn that into muscle, then you know what I'm saying. So taking that into the place of testosterone, I would think if she's taking testosterone for transition purposes, I would think that being that she's working out, she will gain muscle at a quicker pace than the average person. And that's just my opinion. I don't know that for sure.
Got it.
But she is pretty buff, and she got like buku muscles, But I didn't see some of the transgender females, that in the high schools and stuff like that, and that kind of takes me a different way, because these little kids too, and these are little girls that's getting their dreams crushed by little gay guys feeling like they want to be, not feeling like they want to be, I ain't gonna say that, but feeling identifying as female or what have you, and going out there running playing whatever sport and crushing the kids' dream pretty much, because they're not gonna stand a chance against that, but they being told to push harder, fight more. And that's just in some schools, not everyone, but even some of them where the guys are joining the cheerleading squads and stuff.
And with that, didn't the Louisiana governor just sign some bill making it okay for the transgenders to play sports like a trans male can play sports with males and things like that?
I believe so. I'm not all the way versed on it, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe so.
Yeah.
So, hey, I think if you won't get out there and get hit, but I don't know. I just think it's a difference with a female. You know what I'm saying? With the guys going into that sport, going into running with other females and stuff.
Well, I got it pulled up, G, and he did. He said here he vetoed. They saying here that he vetoed the transgender sports bill, and what this sports bill was about. Can y'all hear me? Am I cracking up?
Yeah.
Okay. What this sports bill is about has something to do with, it wanted to prevent transgender sports, basically. And so he vetoed the bill, But from what I understand, you have to go sign some petition or something like that to let the House of Representatives in Louisiana know that you don't want to override the veto, because I believe either, I don't know, one of the houses of government, and if you're a legal aficionado or somebody of some type of legal setting, just know without me having to Google real quick. Maybe somebody could Google, I don't know. But pretty much one of the bodies of the legislative branch in Louisiana, the state legislative branch, can overturn the governor's veto. So, as I understand it, if you don't want that to occur, there's something you're supposed to sign, or something you're supposed to write your representative. And Marla, I know whenever Marla get back, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask Dreadhead. I'm sorry, what our representative was again out here, because I think she mentioned him previously for starting up Juneteenth. We might need to let him know we don't want to overturn this one. But anyway, this one would ban transgender sports. So the governor vetoed that. But if you look at his comment up here, it says, as I have said repeatedly, when asked about this bill, discrimination is not a Louisiana value, and this bill was a solution in search of a problem that simply does not exist in Louisiana. So I don't know. That's a little ambiguous for me, but
yeah,
and it's a little puzzling. So we don't got no problem. And discrimination don't happen in Louisiana, and we have no problems, apparently. South, like Louisiana, like Louisiana. Okay.
Let them tell them we don't.
Huh?
I said if it's up to them, we don't. We don't have any issues.
Well, I tell you what, if you watching this stream, or you watching this on Facebook, and you've been discriminated, and you live in the South, Louisiana, primarily, reach out to us. Let us know. Is discrimination a Louisiana value, or do we not face discrimination here? I think discrimination, let's think about it. It's really when humans judge other humans for a particular trait, reason, whatever, who cares? We all judgmental, and we all do discriminatory practices in some regard. That's how we survive. But as an adopted state practice or policy, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be fair under the laws for everybody. If you obey the laws, you gotta participate in that part. Anyway, what y'all think?
Man, I don't feel like it's really discriminating. And then if you wanna go that far, I mean, technically, if someone's like I say, if you have a high school student who identifies as transgender, they're male, but they identify as transgender, but they still have a penis. I mean, is it really discriminating? I don't know. That's just that's just how those are questions I be asking myself every time I hear it. You know?
What you think, Betty? We ain't hear from you tonight. And Betty said, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just crazy. I just think, like I said, a lot of stuff is unfair. Because if I was playing sports or running track or swimming, and some transgender came against me, and I would have had that first place position, but a transgender male came and took it from me, I feel some type of way. I've been feeling.
Yeah.
I really feel some type of way. And then if I was to go, get some injections in me, then here I am. I'm gonna be kicked off the team for getting some kind of injections to help me succeed. So I don't agree with that by the government or whatever saying that discrimination thing.
That's why I say, like, I feel, with it happening to the kids, to the high schoolers and stuff, as adults, I think they better able to kind of, do their own thing, or say, I don't want to, go and be a part as kids do, as high schoolers and stuff. They're trying to get into colleges, get scholarships and stuff like that. So if you have a person that you're the but this I ain't gonna say this, but another person who's transgender who has the obvious advantage over you, takes your spot. That's devastating, I'm sure, and especially if you done worked hard to get there,
Yeah.
But yeah, it gotta be something they have to do to figure out some type of balance there. I would think. Well, yeah, Rush.
Yeah, maybe in the future they'll come up with transgenders have their own sport instead of having to, if they trans them and they can run against each other, or play against each other. Who knows what the future holds?
You had cut out, Betty. What you say?
I said maybe in the future they would have the sports to where the transgenders run and play against each other instead of, heterosexual people. I mean, who knows what the future holds?
Yeah.
But
then I think
right now, I just don't, like you say, I just don't feel that would be fair.
I don't think they'll do it like that though, because then it would seem kind of like they discriminating against them if they had to play against each other. Because if they're trained.
What's the difference? I don't see a difference. Men playing against men, women playing against women. They still gonna be the same gender playing against each other.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, that they should, get a league for them, just like you have like the league for, people that's in wheelchairs with like, special needs and things, transgender. They have like a league just for them. They'll be able to play, fairly, because it's, like I say, the world's a lot of transgender, coming out. So if they can play against each other, that makes it fair. They can still play the sports.
Yeah, they for some. Well, I ain't
Do
gonna say
y'all
for
feel
some
it's
reason.
all sports that it's an issue, or do you feel some of the sports is an issue?
If you're gonna do sports, I think you would have to do it all because someone who plays, basketball may feel a certain way, but then someone who swims around, I think if you're gonna do it for one sport, it should be for all, because somebody can
Okay.
have something to say about it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think you can do it for one sport, for all of them.
But then what's gonna come into play is when these females who want to play football and they want to, they might be a kicker in high school because some high schools have let females play. They're gonna say, well, females should be able to play football. Then you're gonna have stuff like that come about because they'll say that's a male sport. You should allow this female to come to be on the football team.
Don't we have a do we have a female football player now?
Yeah, they do have female football teams. Yeah.
Yeah, they have all male female football team. I think at one point there was one female that wanted to join the football team at high school.
Uh-huh.
And I think she actually played, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I think I remember seeing that. She actually played, and they end up hiding it for a while, and they didn't know that. If I'm not sure, the team didn't know she was a female at first because they would only see her dressed out.
Yeah.
They never saw her without her uniform on. I think they hid it for a while, but that's another show problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. If it's of that type, no type of enhancements, no type of anything. I don't see anything wrong with that. Well, yeah, Rush.
Yeah, I heard about that in the updates on that that Epstein lawsuit.
Oh yeah, well, I'm back here, messing around, and I wanted to share something with y'all. I'm glad you brought it up, Simon. That Epstein thing is a mess. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if we got us a little clip. Hold on a second, y'all. We got it. This nice little fancy. She breaks down this lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein and all the co-conspirators. So I wanted to kind of break that down and let's talk about it. Yeah, I had to remember my little notes on it. I'm sorry, trying to get this thing together. So basically, y'all can hear me. I was on the internet and I came across this chick, Nosey Whole Lot. And basically, like I said earlier, she breaking down this case. So I get to reading along with her. She read it to you. I like that. You see what I'm saying? She is a nice lady, so it's easy to follow along with what she's talking about. And but what got my attention was she bring up these court documents. And the court documents have alleged that people we know, like Rock Nation, is on the list of people being sued. Jay-Z and Beyonce specifically. on the list being sued. And what she's alleging is that, or what she allegedly, let me make sure I'm saying allegedly. I got to say allegedly. Hold on. We got to stop and pause. Let me say allegedly. Allegedly. Okay. Let me get it for the rest of the show. It's allegedly for any guest and anybody I bring up here. It's all allegedly. So, allegedly, okay, according to Nosey Whole who broke it all down, allegedly, okay, there's this court case with these plaintiffs, and they have the list, of the plaintiff. I think plaintiff is the victim. I don't really know my legalese, so if you know legalese, you want to just correct me, as most people do, please just drop a comment. I think it's the plaintiff, but Charlene Latham versus, the Epstein 1953 trust, something like that. So he was apparently born in 1953, this Epstein guy, right? He was a big, he was that dude that, he did the most, you know what I'm saying? He turned the child trafficking really into like a big Fortune 500 business. And sadly, you know what I'm saying, he was out there moving children at a massive scale, and he got sued. One of his victims sued him, and that never really happens because he's so rich and powerful. He got billions and billions of dollars. So in these lawsuits, they're coming out, and you getting all of the tea in the lawsuit. So you got to go follow somebody like Nosey Whole. She got all the tea. You know what I'm saying? And she's very interesting, by the way. She break it all down to you, and she has a video about the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surfing the internet. She got the, like I said, she had the Illuminati on there. So I'm trying to see, like Beyonce say, y'all sound corny, all that Illuminati mess. I'm trying to, like, what's up? It's 2021. We still talking about Illuminati? You know what I'm saying? And then, bam, she dumped the whole, legal, document on me. And then she follows it up with the fact that, the story is that 13-year-old chick is alleged allegations that certain people, the defendants, the plaintiffs, I don't really know which is which, dumb legally. So I don't know if somebody come on here and help me out with it. But basically she gonna break it down and say what's going on as far as, this 13-year-old who says that these people drugged her, kidnapped her, carrying across state lines, drugged her, gave her some illicit material at 13 years old, and then sexually violated this lady. And then she went on to be shared, as it were, with a network of individuals. So I hope I did that a little more justice because I'm a little nervous. And, this is a dangerous case. Let me tell you why it's dangerous. So basically, in this document that she's going over, that's Nosey Whole. The Charlene Latham person is suing the Epstein Trust, and they got all the plaintiffs, and Nosey Whole explained it way better than I do. And then you got 38 of these people in the list, the defendants to me, the people being accused, allegedly. And on that list is Jay-Z, they say Sean Carter, and then they say Beyonce knows. I don't know where you at, G. I know you itching to get on here. But Kanye on there. Dwayne Carter on there. They got all the Carters. All the Carters. They saying that this is why Kanye and Homegirl breaking up. They had Bill and Melinda Gates on there. Well, not Bill and Melinda Gates. That's wrong. That's wrong. But they were saying that it's some ties to some, big political people. So I don't know if y'all check that out. But that's what's happening with Epstein, the Epstein lawsuit. So, yeah, what'd you say, Dreadhead? Oh, you got off on me. Oh, there you go.
Well, I'm gonna say about I would have to read more and do some more research for myself. I mean, which I don't know Beyonce, Jay Z, none of these people, but their character don't give me that they will participate in nothing like that.
Okay.
So I haven't did an update or anything on it, but I did watch a couple of years ago an episode where a couple of his victims were basically talking about it, and they did a documentary on it. And what the girls said was that they knew him as being the person where if they want to make some quick money, they can go there, and they called it have a party. And so they were young girls, and they would go over to wherever, he would pick them up or have someone to pick him up, and that's how they made money. Like they dressed up, and he had big parties, and everything else came along with the party. He took them, the way they explained it, they were young. They're older now when they were telling the story, but the way they was explaining it, like he took them to different islands. He had his own island, and he would take them to meet famous people. And they had videos to back it up. They had pictures of them with Trump and pictures of them with just a lot of famous people. They had private parties where the girls had to find more girls, and he only wanted young girls, according to what they were saying, allegedly. And that's what they did. They made money. It was about for the girls, apparently it was about the money. If you want to make some quick money, they knew this older man, and they would bring, like one of them brought her sister and her friends, and that's what happened. That's what their story was. And then they were the ones, if I'm not sure, they were the ones that brought it out to get him arrested. Because one of the girls went missing, and her parents was looking for her, but they couldn't find her, and they knew that they brought her there. So I used to watch things about him because it was just crazy to me that people, it took them so long to even investigate it. And these people have been doing this. Elvis married young. If you probably research years and years ago, everybody married young. I mean, I was listening to I'm going on, but I was listening to a BBD or track the other day, and the one thing that they said was to grab an adolescent and bring her backstage and bump with her on a record. So I mean, this is what they were doing.
Yeah, well, I'm flabbergasted, you know what I'm saying? Because, I figured something like this. And to your point, I was following along too. There's all kind of little stuff on Netflix now. There's all kind of little stuff on Prime Video with movies that kind of based on some real true story. Because you want to know how is this happening? How could something like this happen? And I followed the stories. And in one case, Jeffrey Epstein was living in a mansion in Florida, South Florida. Homeboy went and sent a call with a bag to the middle school. Bring me back two. He get 2 girls at a time. He get them in the morning and he get them in the evening. And they said he did it every day, 365 days a year for like 40 years. He ordered him up some little young 13-year-old, thinks she know everything, skipping school, not listening to her parents, not listening to the teachers, and maybe she brought a friend, some dummy following up behind her. I'm sorry, but that's somebody. If you're listening and you 13 and your friend is telling you to skip school to go with this man to get $200, don't do it. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Because once they got you, they got you. So at any rate, so not only was he getting these girls, he had a pyramid scheme going. He's paying the girls to go recruit 2 other girls So for example, in the article, you know, he dead now. We ain't got to say allegedly. Plus, they have convicted him for it. He was meticulous with his accounting. Apparently, he kept books and receipts because he was very tight, and he was a billionaire. And most people who understand money and like money are very tight, apparently. So, you know, he had a modest mansion. He ain't had a big glamorous mansion, but he had a mansion in South Beach or something like that. Go on and get them girls. Go on and get them girls. And then he'll pass
how did they go, Sean? Rush. How did it go? If they bring so many, then they what was it? If they bring so many, then they didn't have to do as much work or something?
So like if and this is my own personal research, you know. Shout out to Nosey Whole Live, but I didn't get this particular information from her. It came from me doing my own research. But the case again, because I wanted to know how a billionaire got a case. So it was alleged that these victims got older, and they said that first you went there because you was gonna get $200. You're just gonna get $200 because some old man like to look at little girls, and then he's gonna stick you in a room, and then your friend comes over and she starts getting undressed and helping you to get undressed. Now you shocked because she just said come with you to get $200. So now you in a room with this dude who's entertaining himself, getting himself reared up or whatever, and now it's showtime. So the girls have their friend coerce them into, well, just do this. He gonna give us the $200 and let us go. You know, they didn't lock the doors on us now. We can't get it. Now you intimidated. You're right. You getting raped. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's rape. I can't leave. I want to leave. I gotta do this here act to get out the door is rape. Period. People think you gotta knock them out, knock a tooth out. No. So these little girls are now in this weird predicament, and he's like, oh, you know, baby, just do this one thing. And then he takes force and does what he wants, which is what he wanted in the first place. And then they leave with the money, $250. But she might have got docked if she didn't like it. According to the article, they were saying like she might have got $150. You know what I'm saying? So your friend is coercing you to get the most money. So your friend is like egging you on. You see what I'm saying? So they leave. So whichever one is horrified by the shit, she don't come back. But the one friend, you know, if you brought two girls, it was like one was into it, then it's not up to her to go recruit the next two girls. And now I'm gonna say what I read was that he paid them $600 or whatever. Either way it go, they made more. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, the higher up you got to your question, they wouldn't have. They ain't got to do, the sucking and the fucking. You see what I'm saying? They just got the. They got the stable of their friends. They done turned out their friends pretty much. So that's less they got to do and let their friends do, and then they getting paid the most. And so he had what they call a pyramid structure in the prostitution payment. And every time he would get caught, I just want to say this, and I'm gonna shut up. He would get off because it was prostitution. You see what I'm saying? They'll get the underage part thrown out. And he would blame it on the children and say, oh, she's a whore. She solicited me. She did this to me. But these were like sometimes, virgins and girls that didn't know no better. They got themselves just caught up following some friend trying to get $200 from an old man. A quick lick.
That's it. I just can't wait till all the truth, everything just come out and get, everything just get put on the table.
Yeah, now they saying allegedly. So now we know what a bad guy this dude is. So what about Kanye? What's all this about, right? So then something else I read. I got this from Nosey Whole Live. She was saying, I guess she was explaining that they put these young kids. I don't know if she said it or not. I might have it wrong, but they put these young kids you know, let's say you go to a concert, like, you know, you go to Lil Wayne concert. I'm just allegedly, I don't know, but this is what it was explained to me. You know, what's the easiest way to get young girls cross state lines without no questions asked? If they're a part of the band, nobody, hey, they with the band, they the entourage. You know, nobody's checking the ages of the girls that go from these concerts to concerts. So first, it's the teenagers at the concerts, and they want the really young ones. You know, and then they coerce them to get on the van, you know, to meet the rock star, you know, and then they go to a lavish party, and they at the party, you know, they at the party, and they drink and they pop and they whatever they do, and then not in situations, and then they send them on back home. So no, you know, nobody died, but you know, rape occurred. You see what I'm saying? So, allegedly. So that is the hypothesis of what's happening. And that is all illegal. And so this is what they're calling child trafficking and things of that sort. So now they're saying that the co-conspirators are either entertainers or have something to do with it. And it's a tangled web. I mean, they got Sprint on there. They got Viacom on there. You know what I mean? But this guy was a billionaire, and he did this for 40 years. They got the New York Police Department on there. He had to have had help, so it's not far-fetched, you know. But yeah, like y'all say, the truth will come out one day.
I couldn't believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z had to be a part of that, but I know that's fake.
You said Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Yeah, I know that's fake. Beyonce,
I hope it is fake.
She wouldn't never had nothing to do with that. I know that.
But see, if you would have watched the movie, if you would have watched the documentary, they need to be listed because they were some of the people at the particular party. They may not have had no dealings with these people because when they showed it, when I actually watched the show, they showed the parties and they showed people. I saw the Wham brothers in there. Like it was a lot of people, famous people. That man knew him. It was like a big party he was having, but all of his young girls were there. So they could have been in the same building with them. And I mean, if I'm not sure, I saw Bill Clinton in there. I mean, I saw a lot of people in that party, like famous people. But as well, I saw all of those young girls in that party too. So they may not even have touched those young girls. But if they smart, everybody in the room is a part of it. And that could be why everybody's name is listed. Because they listed probably everybody's name that was at the party that they knew that was at the party. Even if they touched me or not, they're part of this. You know, in their mind, because they slept with somebody, I'm quite sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't tell me that.
I didn't even go back to look to see if I can find it, but yeah, it was in detail. And they showed parties, they showed his parties. I mean, they took pictures on people's laps, and you know, I was like, wow.
Yeah, more to come. This is an unfolding story. I don't think this is gonna be the first that we hear about this. I think this is gonna be a major story. Now, keep in mind that that Jeffrey Epstein is dead. I mentioned that at the top of the show. He was like 66 years old, and apparently he committed suicide. So there's even controversy surrounding the suicide. So keep in mind that he was getting ready to face time. All the stories are coming out. You know, everybody talking about him. He knew too much. You know, they say this man, hey, bro, in the lawsuit is Sir Prince Philip Green. That's Queen Elizabeth's son. Not the one that's the baby daddy to the whatevers, but they got a print. And they got pictures of the prince with the chick that's suing. And they did a special on her. She got a special. Y'all got to look her up. The victim is speaking out. And she got a picture. It's her. You know, this is fake news. You know, Trump got us all thinking news is fake news now. But they served Philip Green, the Queen of England's child. is he like them young. You know they like them young. It ain't fun if they lie and say that. You know, so I don't know. It's all the rich and powerful people with islands and jets. You know, how do you know that's not true? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Beyonce and Jay-Z had some part of it, but I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know how they were complicit. They didn't identify it. And like y'all said, they could have just been in the room, or it could have been their party. These things happened at their party, you know, and they didn't know anything about it. Allegedly, you know, allegedly. We said it a million times, so. So anyway, so the around the death, my point was is that what happened to the guards? You know, everybody like, how the man kill himself in prison? You know, because he was in jail and he killed himself. So check this out: the guards. You know, people ask that, where were the guards? And the guards had to do like 3 months of jail, and that's like all the guards, and they had to interview them all and all that. I think they got, I don't know, 8 months or something under a year, less than a year, let's say. And the two in particular, one of them was surfing the internet when he hanged himself and was late making rounds or whatever, and the other one was asleep. You know, he fell asleep. I don't know which one, but these are the two individuals here in the video. So what y'all think of that? You know, so not only did he, you know, kill himself, but what y'all think about the guards? You know, they not doing no real time, and yeah. So the guards not doing no real time. It's Tovia Noel and Michael Thomas. And it says here that you know, they was watching and monitoring him in August of 2019, you see. And that's when he allegedly committed suicide.
Yeah, it's messed up. The other chick fell asleep. I don't think that could be major. I mean, no big time for that. You know, can't watch them 24/7. But I mean, that is messed up to say that she was sleeping though, sleeping on the job, at the prison. But I mean, I don't know. People commit suicide in prison a lot. I mean, maybe it's just a big deal now because of who killed himself. You know, but I mean, I even worked in the prison and people, you know, committed suicide a lot. You can't watch the inmate 24/7 unless they're on suicide watch or something. You still not watching them. So I mean, that's if he did, if he ain't pay nobody, he might be somewhere on his own island somewhere. But,
Yeah, he had too much, like you say, he had too much to tell. And too many people he would have been, you know, he would have been exposing, but, you know, they pretty much got the information, so the people still gonna be exposed. I don't think he wanted to either do the, I know one was not do, he didn't want to do the time, and he possibly, you know, was like he don't want to look all those people in the eye, you know, because like you said, the most influential person, Queen Elizabeth's son, you know, like how you go and say that, you know what I'm saying? Like you done told this, you know, like that's royalty level right there.
Yeah, but he, you know, he had a lot of famous friends. He was a famous man.
Your camera, babe. Your mic. Keep your mic.
My mic.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So what else we got on the topic, y'all, for tonight? I've lost the schedule.
Since we just speaking on court, did y'all see that guy that that represented himself in court? You know, he chose it was a black guy who had like a little dread. He represented himself in court. He decided not to have a lawyer. He was on a double murder. So I just saw the video. I had saw the video like about a week ago of him, in court representing himself, and I didn't find out till like this morning or yesterday when I saw something flash on the news, and I didn't know that he killed his girlfriend and his kid, and he was representing himself, and he brought his son that he tried to kill on trial, and he had to question his own son. He had to cross-examine his like 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old said that basically you tried to stab me, you tried to kill me. Well,
yeah, the son had to say that, like that's fucked up.
yeah.
And on top of that, he he was already talking all crazy, all out the side of his head and shit.
Yeah.
Then the person that arrested him or something, I think,
The
one of the
who?
police officers adopted the son.
I said that details. I did see that he had told his son, he said that I hurt you. And oh no, that I hurt you that night because he said I hurt you. Why did I hurt you? He said you stabbed me. I just said, dang man, I guess he figured the son wouldn't have, said that on court. Maybe he thought that that's how he would have gotten away or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was throw it off, And the son went ahead and testified. He killed them people. Allegedly.
Did you hear what the judge said?
What the judge said?
Like, Judge basically said that he did a good job representing himself, and if it was like, any other lifetime or whatever, he would have made a good lawyer. So she got a lot of backlash from that,
Yeah.
She got a lot of backlash from saying that.
And then he cut the baby. He tried to kill the boy, didn't
he? Yeah. Right. Serious.
So what is it? What is this, y'all?
He basically he was on trial for killing, I guess, his girlfriend and their child, and he decided not to have a lawyer. He decided to represent himself. But now that he was found guilty by the jury, the judge was like, she understood everything that he was trying to say in court, but the jury found him guilty, and so the lawyer said that she basically think. I mean, the judge said she basically think he needs to get a lawyer, as far as for like sentencing and everything, because he was found guilty of double murder. And he tried, I think he stabbed his son. I think the son 12 now, and the son was on trial. And because he represented himself, he had to cross-examine his son. His son had to be on the stand. He hadn't seen his son since the incident happened a couple of years ago. So when the son got up there, he was basically saying, "Hello, hey," he was like, "It's good to see you, son." And the son was like, "It's good to see you too." And it just he just cross-examined him from there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like crazy. And the son basically said that you stabbed me. He said, "You hurt me that night." And he said, "I hurt you that night? How did I hurt you that night?" He's like, "You stabbed me." So, but he did say that he did admit to killing the girl. He said he did kill her. He said, but he only killed her because she was trying to kill their child. So that's why so basically he tried to say the woman killed the child, which is why he killed her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the son is basically saying you tried to kill me too.
Oh.
I know they had a lot of pictures going around with like the judge face and different memes going around with him because they were like his hair, he didn't stand a chance. I like them wicks. I don't know if he's guilty of the crime or not, but shout out to him and the wicks. but they were kind of saying that he was already being prejudged because of his hair before the trial. You know, with him trying to represent himself.
Well, you know, I'm looking at it, and his hair not so bad because he got a nice little line, and they all almost the same length, and they're not too long. So it's almost
Yeah.
like y'all remember back in the day when Rodney King did have hair and they used to stick up. It's almost giving me like a Rodney King vibe.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
give me some of them boys. I guess I'm gonna be looked that crazy too. Then. I'm trying to get me some of them things.
Who said
Yeah.
that?
Dreadhead.
It ain't.
Even the son said the nigga poured gasoline on him and all
Yeah,
kinds of
you
stuff.
know,
Oh,
He put gas on him.
dreadhead.
it ain't happening.
Crazy. People
Like that
tripping.
man, yeah, that man was crazy, dog.
People tripping. It must be something they put up in the water or something. I don't know what's going on.
And that's the crazy part. A lot of stuff happening. A lot of people. This lady over at my property, she was in a car accident. The guy hit somebody, and they was deceased on the scene, and like she can't walk now, all kind of stuff, and I've just been hearing a lot of accidents also happening. They said Baton Rouge is on the FBI most dangerous city in Louisiana now.
It's crazy, man.
It used to be New Orleans, now it's Baton Rouge. That's crazy.
Yeah, they cutting up this year, man.
Yeah.
New Orleans still got it, but they been cutting up this year. Florida too, but Florida been having a lot of crazy stuff going on every time I turn around, like Florida this, Florida that. They been having a lot of crazy stuff.
But it's crazy to see Baton Rouge #1 on the list. But
I don't know, cause we been kind of up there too, They probably not #1. We suck at everything out here, just in Louisiana as a whole. Like, if you pull up just from education and crime, we at the bottom of the list on every level. We high on the bad stuff and low on the good stuff. Like, we number 48 and 49 on the good stuff. At the top of all the negativity.
the best thing Baton Rouge got on the positive is that's drinking water, they say in America. Best drinking water on the tap. In comparison, from what I hear at least.
Okay,
So,
y'all. So when do you introduce your new boo to your kids?
Huh?
when do you
Who
introduce your
got the
boo
best
to your
drinking
kid?
tap?
You said who got the best drinking water?
On tap, yeah. Who Galicia say?
Yeah, they say Baton Rouge got the best drinking water on tap.
And that's a lie.
Look, I know it's a lie too. That's why I
And
said
that water there, I don't know what it is. It's something about that water. That's the same water in St. Gabriel, son. It's something about that water. It's something about it. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just something about that water there. It got a aftertaste or like a odor or some shit.
I don't
But
even
look,
like water, so
when
all
you
water nasty to me.
like when you came down here to Baton Rouge versus in the city, like if I take a bath down here versus in the city, it's a different even in the tub. You
Yeah,
notice that?
the water different down there. Cause I remember being in
Yeah.
school, being in St. Gabriel, like that shit. If I come to a restaurant down there and ask for water, I gotta remember I'm in Baton Rouge because the water it got a fucked up taste to it.
Yeah.
So New
It's
Orleans
like
got good
it
water?
has
It's good
odor or
water?
something. Huh?
I say so. New Orleans has good, like they water good.
I ain't saying that shit good, but Baton Rouge water it got a taste to it. It's something about it. It got an
Well,
odor to it.
you must have never have Texas water then.
Huh?
I said you must never had Texas water then, because that shit horrible.
Nah, I ain't never had Texas water. I had Alabama water. Well, yeah, I had Alabama. Well, I can't even say that because the shit we had was fucking recycled. So I don't know. I can't tell you. But I had some
Okay,
fun.
everybody. So the next topic is, when do we introduce our kids to our new boo?
When you sure you really won't be with them.
Fallon?
Oh, you can't ask me that question because and by me being a single parent, it was hard to find a babysitter. So sometimes my son just met people. Like he met a whole lot of people. I mean,
I guess okay. So for me, my kids,
so,
I
but
wouldn't
like
allow
if
kids. I
I
wouldn't
was
allow my
if
kids
I
to
can
meet.
say that,
Huh?
huh?
What you say, Fallon?
What you say? I couldn't hear. It was breaking up.
Yeah, I was trying to hear what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying
You
I don't know
said,
because I said he met a whole lot of different people. But I mean, it just depends. Like if your kids, it depends. Like if your kid's young and you gotta find a babysitter all the time. Sometimes they tend to meet people, but I don't know. I guess it should be. Once you kind of get serious, or if you're gonna be dating a lot of people, you don't want to see your child seeing like a whole bunch of different people running, in and out. So I guess it's when you really care about them. But I don't follow advice, so you know.
anybody else?
I said it's kind of the same thing after you kind of know you're getting serious with that person. Other than that, with my daughter, I had a week off and a week on type thing. So my company would come on my week off.
Okay.
My grandma said you ain't supposed to bring nobody around you.
Your grandmother said,
You ain't supposed to bring no man around your children. No woman. You ain't supposed to bring nobody around.
so did you?
Huh?
So did you?
I can't speak for you. I only said what your grandma said.
I guess I don't have no kids like that or nothing, but I just feel like when you're younger, sometimes younger parents I think do things that that we probably all would have done or would do. But at the age I am now, if I was a parent, I would. It'll have to be. I'll have to be in a committed relationship, but before just having my child around somebody, because that relationship may not work. And plus, besides the type of work I do, I have seen so many times these mamas have their kids around these different people. Their kids get touched on and things like that. So, just because of things I didn't, didn't observe didn't happen, I wouldn't bring my child around someone unless I knew this we was in a committed relationship.
So how many?
And then,
So how
and
many?
then too, it depends on the age of kids, especially like little kids. Like, little kids who can't, fend for themselves and things like that. A teenager is a little male teenager is a little different, but nah, it have to be. I know I'm in a committed relationship.
What about if you just introduce them as friends? And not really like nobody that just hey, that's just my friend.
Well, for me, when I have this friend, I have a lot of different, a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? So it still be a no for me because then I'll be introducing them to a lot of people. I was, just being friends. So
Okay, so we gonna flip it.
Single
So
mother.
how
As a
many?
single mother, I know how it is. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
How many people,
So
kids you
I'm gonna
met
tell you.
through
So
years on Facebook?
for me, I didn't have my kids. I didn't have my kids around people. Because I didn't allow people in my house because of the fact that I had a son and a daughter, and I didn't want them. I ain't gonna lie, cause I know how I was, so I didn't want them seeing none of that. So they couldn't. No people couldn't come in my house. Nobody could come lay in my house or nothing like that.
Nobody,
Um, what's the question?
nobody not supposed.
Huh?
Nobody not supposed to.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's how I was. So if you got a house, I come to your house. If we're gonna get a room, we gonna get a room. If my kids is gone for the weekend, you can come. But other than that, you can't come to my house. So that's how I did it. It
I'm
was
kind
it was just, for me. It was more about the respect of the kids and what they thought.
Hats off to you, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, I was.
I ain't lying. Exactly, y'all. She ain't lying either because her kids grown. And then when we met, them kids was grown. And guess what? I ain't never had been in the house. I started to do my own investigation. I thought something was going on with her.
Yeah.
No, you can't come. I'm coming to your house.
I mean, I think I'm kind of biased to the situation. Like, as far as like me, I feel like my kids' mothers shouldn't have nobody around. I didn't really want them to have nobody around. Not until you know what I'm saying, knew who the person was or knew about the person or whatever. But like me, on the other hand, I felt like it was okay. Like if I, you know what I'm saying, like brought them around somebody. But as far as them or like being in their actual home with them and living in the home with them, yeah, I questions about it. I have, like I want to know about it. I want to know who the person is. I want to know about that person and how serious they are about that person.
Right.
So
And
okay,
I
y'all.
kind
So
of agree with Chantel on that. Like I said, that's how I would be as a parent. But then I have met different females throughout life, and I meet their kids soon as I meet them.
that's what I
What's
was
up?
just gonna ask. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I was just about to ask that. So if we gonna flip it to where, so what about all the other kids that we have met? Like, because I've met a lot of kids. Ain't nobody met mine. So,
Everybody have different morals.
yeah.
Like I said, like I might bring my kid around a woman, but they don't necessarily know that's who I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's my friend. But
Yeah.
if they Mo did it, then yeah, I have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? If they're not serious about that person.
And see, I think all that was cool, but now that my son is getting older, and he's 13. It's like he just be having his own thoughts together, like, oh, that just ain't your friend type thing. So I think like once they get to a certain age, you just, I don't know. It's like,
and see, and I think our perspective may be a little different. Being us as studs, we might not see a problem with this and that, but some women, when they, especially when they dealing with a guy, a lot of my coworkers and stuff, they have voiced, their opinion on not letting a guy, meet their kids unless this is here they've been knowing them for a while and it's serious. But I don't know how it would be if they were dating a female.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
Some people think because you date a female that is different, but it's really not different because you got to think about it too. Like me, I be lyric to people, children, because I present myself as a boy. And sometimes, like some children do shit and they do it to be spiteful, or they might do it because they might not be getting attention from their parents and stuff like that too, or whatever you dig, or they feel like, oh, their mama giving you the attention that they want and something like that. And shit happens where people could actually lie on you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to deal with other stuff. So I mean, I don't know. It depends on how comfortable I am as far as really to going around other people's children and like the limits that I go with other people's children.
yeah,
right.
Yeah, and I get that because, Like my son is extremely nonchalant about anything, but my daughter, she's jealous. She's the jealous child. Like I've dated, and she just want her mama for her. She just want her mom for her, just for her. Stuff like that. So, I know she have a jealous streak, and she will say, "That's my mama. I don't care who she with." So, and I, even though she's old, I feel it's a problem, but fuck, that's how she always been. And it's not that the kid, for my kids, it wasn't that they wasn't get attention. It was that's just how they were.
Yeah, I mean, well, as far as boys, I ain't really. I mean, boys, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you would all right. But as far as like being around, like if you have a daughter or something like that, then
Yeah.
I'm kind of like standoffish. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Until I, like see how I relate. How it's going or whatever.
Hmm.
Fuck, cause I maybe it's trust issues with me. You know what I'm saying? As with another person or whatever. So.
Hmm.
Mm,
Last thing you want somebody doing is accusing you of messing with their daughter. Nah.
Yeah. Oh no, really? Somebody lying on you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, if that's true that people really like fuck. As a child, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was mistreated with a step parent. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah.
and I never said nothing about it. I actually knew about it till I was older. You know what I'm saying? So now, fuck. When it comes to my kids, like I just look at shit differently. Kids, grandkids, like that shit really real.
Yeah.
And they might not like you, or they might not like, you know what I'm saying? Not like you, but like you got like some people might not like the baby mama or something like, you know what I'm saying? And might
Yeah.
do something to your child or whatever. Like they got people like that.
Like that.
Or you might not like the daddy or some shit like that or whatever, or something like they got
Yeah.
some spiteful, dirty people in the world.
Yeah.
Well, to anybody that's viewing this, let us know what the time frame should be. Comment below and let us know what the time frame should be. That you guys feel. You let your kid meet somebody dating or a friend or whatever.
Yeah, thank you. That is exactly what I was thinking. Plus, honestly, I'm this is what I want to know. Like, whenever I would date a girl, she would always have kids normally, because that's what I would look for. Probably with no baby daddy, because that's also what I would look for. I always thought a baby daddy would bother me, so I didn't like that. So preferably a girl with no baby daddy with some kids, so we could be that family, type of thing that I always wanted. You see what I'm saying? That I didn't really have growing up. So, but then I get there, you see what I'm saying? And then, man, what if the children bad and they jumping all over you, about to stab you in the face? I mean, children get out of hand, and then you gotta, hey. So, how y'all feel about discipline? Because that was always like I used to get corporal punishment. I'm gonna just leave it like that. So I thought that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to whip a child with the slip of the belt. What you say, man? You shaking your head. What you say?
Man, what my kid?
You got some people, some women don't
Yeah.
want you touching their
You didn't say
child.
how many you want. Shit, I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't get the apples.
They just need, when they know they have bad kids, they. I don't like the ones that just don't say anything. They see their kids being bad, they might just stop it or don't do anything. Because when you're not doing anything, that just makes you stop coming around. Nobody had time for all that. So you can't discipline your kid. You see your kid doing this, you see your kid doing that, but you're not telling that kid anything like that. Nah, I couldn't live I couldn't live in a house like that.
Yeah. What if the girl helped the child be extra disrespectful. You know, it's like, well, hold on now, just wait a minute. This is ridiculous. That's when you gotta break up. To me, it's like I ain't gonna respect
Yeah,
me,
then you
man.
have to
But I
move
ain't about to be
around.
paying bills and have no 2-year-old telling me where to go, where to come, and all this and all this.
In my opinion, that's when you have to move around. Because that should give you a real good detail of the woman you're dealing with.
True, I agree with that. That tell you the type of woman that you're dealing with. If a woman allow a child to be all disrespectful and this and that, then that child don't respect her either. I don't like the woman that want to be their child friend, you know,
Friend.
and they want to be as young as they are, and you know, all of that, and cussing each other out, and you know, this and that. Like, that's the ones you date from a distance. You know, you can't, especially ones the their kids anyway that running, tearing up your shit, tearing up your house, and all this here. When you see that, that's red flags too, cause either you don't respect shit at your house and they run and climb everywhere. Cause disciplined kids gonna be disciplined, you know, other places where they go.
And see, for me, I don't want to discipline nobody kid. I don't want to deal with nobody who got a disrespectful kid. But at the same time, if a kid, I'm gonna say like that, it's like not disrespectful, but doing something that they shouldn't. I don't want to just pop them or nothing like that. But I want to direct them. You know, hey, let them know this not right. Give them some guidance. But nah, I don't want to just put my hand on nobody's kid and then then something be called on me, hey, she abusive or some shit like that. So I ain't doing that, but I will give them some guidance.
Yeah, I agree too. Definitely gonna get some guidance with me. Either she gonna tell him or I'm gonna tell him. But yeah, I'd rather not just date that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
I
running?
really don't date people with kids. Huh?
Say you
I don't
running?
date people with
Fuck the
kids.
kid.
I don't do kids. You can't, but you don't date people with kids.
They done ran him mama piece away.
But Jazzy, you can't just really say that. Not on because now you're a grandma. You see what I'm saying? So then what if somebody be like, oh, she a grandma, I don't want to date her.
She gonna say
That's
this.
still,
Everybody have their own standards. I will respect that. That's just
then we
like me. I have a kid. So like if you
right, so
raise
you
a kid, like even if you raise a kid, you can't say I want to date nobody with kids if you know what I'm saying, you help raising the kid.
know,
I have a kid, I have a grandkid. I'm the only one that can come with a kid. I don't want to package you. You know what you want, you know. No
yeah.
kids for
See,
me.
viewers, that's why she sing out your life. She's still up for grabs.
It be like,
That
I
was
mean, I ain't gonna
We
lie.
done.
Well, I don't know, but I ain't want to date nobody with no children.
You say you don't?
I didn't want to at one time. No, I
So what
thought
if you found like the perfect person? You always
it.
did. I said at what time?
Yeah,
You
I,
always did somebody with kids.
oh,
I was asking Jazzy if she found the perfect person, but they had a kid. That's the only downfall they had. Would you pass it up? It would have to be perfect, like perfection of a mother like me. You know, would have to be that type of perfection. But I mean, everything you was looking for in a person, except for they had a kid. They would have to be a mother, personality, like everything everything you wanted. And but they had a 12-year-old. Tell me about the 12-year-old.
Tell me a little about the 12-year-old.
Tell you about the 12-year-old?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, what type of 12-year-old?
They're not bad. They're just active.
Yeah, I deal with active kids all day. So that will probably be a no for me. Mm-mm. It wasn't perfect. It's not perfect for me then. You know, if they got a 12-year-old, active 12-year-old, I got an active grandson, so I can't do that. It's too much going on. So that's a no for me. See what I'm saying?
He needs some attention.
He gets plenty of attention.
I know. We want some.
Now,
I'm Yaya. Well,
That's it.
I think that about wraps everything up.
Most definitely. I date somebody with kids because I like kids. I ain't comment on that, but I love kids. But I can't date nobody with kids now because I'm engaged.
We can adopt us a kid.
Huh? No. Huh?
You say y'all can have a kid, adopt a kid.
Oh, I
We
could
can
probably
adopt a
do it.
kid.
said last week she wanted to have a kid. Betty saying this week she want to have a kid. I say do the damn thing, adopt a
I
I
didn't
kid.
say no.
can.
I
Anybody know a
didn't say
kid
I
for
want.
adoption?
I didn't say I
I
wanted
could
to have
probably
a
get you
kid.
one in about a week.
Mama know what they all that.
Shit, we gonna get us a kid.
I thought about adopting, but you know, my son wanted somebody his age, and I'm just not into adopting somebody that's 13 or 14 because they
14.
already set in their ways, and I ain't trying us to be in here dead somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
oh,
Yeah, see that's what I'm saying. Like if I adopt, it gotta be a baby, like a little, fresh little
yeah.
baby.
Curtains.
And I ain't trying to start over. Not right now.
So, but I still got a little point left in me, so that's gonna be a couple of years from now.
Shit,
So maybe.
I'm gonna be in a fucking wheelchair by then.
Oh, yeah, both of y'all gonna be too old. That's over then. It's now or never, baby. And that's what
Oh,
I was gonna talk to you about. Because if it's kid time, then what we gonna do? I mean, I'm not doing that. We'll talk
Ooh.
about that off camera.
yeah,
We
it's
did our
crazy.
kid stage.
We're gonna have to
Shit,
take the kids. The
I'm
kids
have
gotta go to Miami every year.
I'm about to say a traveling nanny.
You got
So
to
I'm
have
gonna have to
that.
get my money of traveling nanny.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Say,
Would any studs, if your girl wanted to have a baby and they couldn't carry it, would you carry the baby?
question. I
For your
like that one.
Yeah, we got a baby. We want a baby. We want shit. I want 3 more kids, but we want
3
a
more.
baby. Yeah,
Would
I
you
want 3
carry the
boys.
Would
baby?
you
Well,
carry the baby?
2 boys and 1 more girl.
Would you carry the baby?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah, now that I'm older, like I feel like it's something that I want to. I experience. I should experience it. So
And see,
it's something that
Get oats, so y'all royal oats.
huh?
Basically, I get oats, so y'all royal oats.
Hey, I can't help it. Federal government took 4 years out of my. Gotta make up for time.
You though.
Yeah, you gotta make up.
see, for me, I used to be against that, like, oh, studs shouldn't carry a
I,
kid and all this and that.
I was.
Definitely, I used to just think it was weird and all that. But as I didn't, grew older and stuff like that, I would say like, I'm not a, I'm scary, so I would be scared to have a baby because I don't want no epiderm, whatever that stuff called, no shot and none of that. But I don't think it's weird. And if I wasn't as scary as I was, am with things like that, I would carry my own kid.
So you just worried about the epidural?
I think you should carry.
When them contractions hit, you ain't gonna even be thinking. You gonna be like, "Give it to me, give it to me." You ain't even think about no needle.
I think if you wanna have a baby, you should carry it.
I ain't gonna lie. Just from having my kid, I think
Only
that's like.
guarantee for you.
I think every female woman, stud, straight woman, whoever, should experience just the whole child birth thing. Like I think it's just like a great experience, you know. I do.
Alicia?
Yeah, I'm more on the Mona part. I'm scared. I'd be too scared. Like I wouldn't
I
want that
was
child
too.
back.
Oh,
I
no.
wouldn't want none of that.
I
I
was
just think
scary,
I can stop.
but now I fuck. I'm getting older, so shit. Something gotta happen. Something gotta shake.
Right. Shit. I'm high risk now. High risk.
I can't afford to start working and drinking right now. So.
Oh Lord.
Boy, I can't wait to football season.
For real.
Okay, guys. I guess that wraps up the show for tonight. And
It was real.
Yeah, it was real. It was real.
We didn't have 2 hours on
at
this
least it came straight off.
I don't know where Rush at, but
Wow,
you know, she.
I'm back. I'm in here.
Deuces.
All right. Thank y'all. Keep in mind that we be back on Sunday at 7. You know, so what you think about having a kid? Should studs have kids? You know, if you're watching this later, go ahead and leave us a comment on how you
It came
feel.
straight off.
Let everybody else know.
Holla.
Peace.